这世上没有纯粹的自由，风也会有吹到头的时候。
利落的解决吧。
Ya. Melvin. Aku ngelarin ini dulu. Ya, belum gue setel. Tok. Cepat. Oke, sih gue. Baru pulang sekolah. Pas banget dong deh. Nanti gue rada sorean aja. Yang main kartu dulu. Story penasaran. Hujan emang di sana. Ya, terus dong. Rose. Mic-nya kecil. Udah belum? Aksi cepat atau aksi tempur? Itu pakai nih soalnya.
我会努力的。Chen，安静点。
Clear, gue males main kartu hari ini, mau build Wanderer. Dapat tadi pagi pas berak. Emang kebiasaan dapetnya tuh kalau lagi kagak, lagi nggak nge-stream, lagi boker, lagi di jalan gitu, pasti dapat dah. Jangan pas lagi serius. Aduh, melt. Ini gue juga berapa kali ya menang berarti tuh, gitu kan. Ya, Wanderer 3 kali gue menang tuh dari terakhir kali ngepull. Lagi bagus. Nozomi mati dong. Sakit banget. Iya, ngasih nama sendiri ya? Gue ngasih nama apaan dong nama dia? Ulang, nggak bisa ini. Dapat. Gue bingung kalau mau nge-build si Wanderer. Kan nge-build ada yang jadi. Lima. Ya lupa gue pasang ini. Ya iyalah. Iya, ini ada bahannya sama sama Olay. orang dia.
理也幻化，
Kalau nggak ada karena Nilu yang pulang cici. Nggak dapet Nilu berarti lu ya? Ini dapet Nilu lah, seriusan. Koleksi. Lumayan. Enam. Apa sih? Biasaan gitu. Lagi bagus loh. Mental nih satu. Apor. Ih. Aduh. Bosnya apa sih dia? Oh ini ya apa? Si Iron Blight itu. Drone terbang situ. Luar terbang. Bayar satu hydro. Dapat momen susah nih.
我会努力的。
Oh, dua reaksi elemental. Dua reaksi elemental mah.
确认安全距离。
Ya, dia lagi yang duluan. Felix jam segini masih kerja. Sepertinya sih masih kerja sih kayaknya dia. Mati ini berarti. Ini lagi banyak nih, naikin lumayan. Masih mau main. Gila ronda males. Mainin. Hydro dong, banyakin hydronya. Nah, pokoknya berubah jadi mix. Itu Felix tuh. Dicariin Melvin. Karakternya tapi ganti siapa sih? Iya betul. Cuaci cuy. Ya.
无处可逃。
Diurpinnya lama nih elementalnya. Siapa? Melepino. Melepino. Show terus ya. Banyak banget kartunya. Ayo keluar mulu deh, giliran nggak pakai. Giliran pakai kagak ada.
我会努力的。 确认安全距离。
Pak, gua gantinya ke Diluc ya, bukan ke si.
抓住你了！
百折没有借口。
你们逃不掉的。
Petaka. Homa. Serah sih, tapi lu DPS lu katalis atau ini. Pakai nih 2 nih.
品如常行。
想逃吗？
Gue lupa nyetel. Satu. Kurang dari 2. Lupa gue kurang dari 2. Kalau gue sih kayak karena lebih ke ini ya apa, mainnya lebih ke sukanya gebuknya pakai senjata gitu kalau nggak pedang atau tombak, jadi gue lebih kaget gue. Kaget gue berapa kali dikagetin sama beginian. Olahraga apa tuh? Kemarin gue dikagetin ginian. Hmm.
利落的解决吧。
Udah gitu variatif lagi ya. Untuk saat ini ya nggak tahu ya. Ke Homa tuh kan bisa dipakai, berarti dia bisa dipakai di Candace. Kalau misalkan lo ada Candace bisa dipakai di Zhongli, bisa dipakai di kota, udah pasti kan gue tahu. Lebih banyak gitu variannya. Kalau setelah itulah mungkin yang paling pas menurut gue kalau nggak di si Wanderer ya di Heizo. Felix mau nyoba di si Jaya bisa sih kalau emang mau kubak-kubuk. Workout beban sama jalan kaki 45 menit. Gue gerak tuh kadang dilempar nih nanti nih. Tukeran dia. Lalu. Gue nggak ngerti deh sama OBS, kadang kecil kadang gede suaranya, padahal dengan volume yang sama gitu. Ais.
污秽必须清除。水无常形。
Baru kekumpul burstnya loh. Ntar nih. Burst dia nanti nih. Tunggu duluan.
镜中花如水而散。水也。我会努力的。
Tahu, Jojo tahu gua. Anime gay. Sekarang lagi. Jadi scrollnya tinggal sekali tag aja gitu. Ya, tenang.
决战安全距离。此时归于方。
Tapi gue taunya sekedar tahu doang ya, gue nggak ngikutin. Ikut. Yu-Peng. Berapa sih tadi levelnya? Satu, dua. Biar kagak dibutuhin dia nongol.
走吧。
Cakep. Cakep. simple. Habis itu apaan itu? Ada orang jerit anjir. Gue pernah nontonnya ini apa namanya, aduh, yang ribut tuh di arena. Baki ya. Ih, bagus banget tumben giliran lawannya begini, bagus banget kartunya. Dadunya ding, sorry. Kan nggak lucu ginian pakai burst. Kejar terus sampai habis. Iya Baki, gue nontonnya keren aja gitu ya, suka gue gebuk-gebuknya. Kedua deh gue. Jelek nih kartunya, dadunya. Ya. Pendukung. Ini nggak akan naik level 5 tapi kayaknya nih. Mana lagi? Udah muncul, bisa nantang. Siang-siang dia tuh ya.
真慢，逆风腾天。
Coba duelnya macam apa lawanmu? Tujuh ronde cuma boleh mati satu. Ya iya. Omni. Hmm. Aduh, 5 gede banget. Chicken, chicken attack. Dadah, gue pindah ke Sucrose. Ya udah duluan dong. Welcome back. Gue yang welcome back justru. Gue kemarin di Jakarta. Last donut gue mau asar dulu, oke. Kemarin di Jakarta. Baru balik sekarang. Ketemu tahun baru kali ya. Emang dapat 12 tidak ada. Ini nggak jelas, nggak nuker kartu doang.
走吧。
Aduh, lupa. Lama amat pindah tugas enggak? Karena gue nggak bawa komputer gue di Bandung. Dia sih ya sih hitungannya ada kerjaan. Emang kerja gue di Jakarta sih. Terus ke bawah ke dimensi lain. Ntar kalau ada pilihan dikit rezeki, gue mau bawa komputer gue sih. Rada repot soalnya kalau bawa komputer gue. Kalau main Genshin masih main, cuma nggak stream. Malah sinyalnya kagak ada, gue di Jakarta lebih parah sinyal ketimbang di Bandung. Ronde.
我会努力的。
Gak bisa lipat emang. RAM prosesor lu berapa? RAM gua 16, prosesor itu Intel 7 generasi berapa ya gue ya? Generasi 3 atau 4 gitu, yang 770. Nvidia gua yang GTX 750 Ti 4GB. Nyerang berarti ya. Ini juga jadul buat Intel i3 730 RAM 4. Kalau PC mah nggak masalah sih, maksudnya kayak ditahan-tahan aja dulu, bisa di-upgrade ntar. Kalau ada modalan dikit, gue juga baru sekarang punya komputer. Pelan-pelan, satu-satu aja. Ntar prosesor Jepin gue ganti sih kalau ada duit lebih. Gue kalah turn. Gue mau beli RAM 8 Core i5. Iya mending kalau misalkan laptop, gue juga kayak apa nggak laptop aja kali ya, maksudnya kayak gue ganti lagi gitu, gue jual komputer gue ganti laptop, cari yang i5 lah, biar bisa dibawa kemana-mana gitu loh, gue bisa main dimanapun yang gue mau. Komputer kan ada pusing bawa-bawanya, pindah-pindah. Makanya enak kerja sendiri dan sendiri, betul sekali, pasti nggak dilarang. Nggak akan dilarang, bingung doang nyarinya gimana ya, nyarinya gimana, dari mana lagi nyari duitnya. Itu doang bingungnya. Dah, gue duluan yang nutup. Dimarahin, tapi yang marahin beda. Bukan emak lagi yang marahin. Ngapain sih beli yang gituan, mending ditabung duitnya. Waduh. Udah susah tuh kalau jawabannya kayak gitu, mending ditabung buat yang lain. Yang marahin udah beda. Aduh, ini masih 3 elemen sama. Cancel Petra. Paling hanya 200.000 dapat ya dapat. Saya ketabrakan sama sekolah. Bisa upgrade komputer tapi nanti kagak bayar SPP, sama aja bohong ya, mending gua. Itu kodernya mending buat beli aku aja, beli skincare buat jajan aku, itu artinya. Ntar kelas 12 baru gue bisa kerja. Soalnya di sini kalau kerja harus ada KTP. Oh iya kah? Tangerang ya Melvin tuh? Iya nggak sih, Tangerang ya? Hitungannya masuknya Tangerang berarti. Ini muternya lama banget. Aduh, aksi cepat lagi, tuker tadi ya Kang Noel. Deh. Orang menyerang. Gue mau kerja fotografer paling, atau masuk tim pesulap biar bisa ketemu artis ternama. Kerja sama ini siapa, aduh namanya pesulap tuh, si lagi rame tuh. Pesulap merah. Nah, gue tawarin sama teman kerja di sana. Ntar KDI masih ada.
尘，没叫你跟着。风袭，
Ayo duel anak muda. Aduh. Oh, kayu. Minta foto bareng, foto bareng. Dikasih krayo juga sama aja bohong.
利落的解决吧。
Idozel. Gak dapet yang bagus gua. Ganti dulu deh. Oke. Hancurin perisainya. Benar makhluk laknat satu ini nih.
我会努力的。
Aku cuma ingin menukar doang. Kamu tumben dapat 4. Oh iya pakai kartu sih itu. Dapat bokap-bokap tadi.
确认安全距离。
Ini lu ngapain sih nuker-nuker doang?
6308射锋单元。
Cah. Oke, cepat. Aku ngelarin burst dulu deh berarti. Au.
就是超级动作快。
Oke, Aduh sakit banget Arwaltek. Gue mau makan, iya makan Ben. Ya, kelar. Kalau nggak naik level aturan, iya nggak akan naik level, ketahan. Baru bisa berarti hari Senin baru bisa dapat lagi dari pemain XP-nya. Story-nya kalau kayak gitu. Di sini timnya udah tersedia tapi dia level 10. Oh iya ada ini coba. Bang Melvin ini diam-diam artis. Iya dia artis dia. Jadi diam-diam kenal semua orang. Aku aja Vin. Swirl. Pacar deh. Dia kenal Edozel, kenal Just No Limit, Dylan Frost, Chanderiau. Aulion tuh siapa gue nggak tahu ya. Kalau LDP kan Last Day Production, Kevin Anggara. Gue nggak tahu kalau Aulion siapa tuh. Mau diaktifkan. Oh, oke.
风腾天。
Ya, bak.
俯瞰凡尘，不过如此。
不对，后悔也晚了。别打了。
Kok pakainya si Kara apa Wanderer mah gampang rollnya langsung.
以断罪之名。抓！
Ini Sakri ya? Oh Sakri pantas. Sorry salah pencet. Ini mau balik lagi ke sini.
俯瞰凡尘，
Situ atas. Iya, lupa gue.
真慢。
Enak ya kalau damage-nya jadi ya.
没叫你跟着，没叫你跟着。
Oh itu bukan sim, bukan. Tidak harus berarti itu tuh. Kita udah dapat apa tuh? Oh dapat primo ya. Lupa gue kan. Nah, ditahan.
叶如小姐请愿。
Hei. Eh. Tulusan lebih sulit.
没叫你跟着。逆风腾天。
Wicet enak juga ya nih. Di 142. Mau dapat bonusnya gede banget. Dapat 3 if sama pohon. Udah serigala turun ya emang. Serigala Sino ya. Kiri belum. Gue lebih suka kan lebih suka gameplaynya si ini sih, Wanderer sih. Kebetulan dapat juga aja kecelakaan. Felix enak, masih banyak ininya.
逆风腾天。
Sumber eksplorasinya.
风驰。 没叫你跟着，
Itu Chasm sekarang mungut Primo.
没叫你跟着。
Dicicil makanya dari awal. Klub sekaligus capek juga, kayak gue langsung Chasm gitu misalkan satu area langsung dikelarin. Rada puyeng gitu ya. Ini ngapain terus dia melawan gini? Lawan lagi gitu. Emang enak banget. Karena anemo sih, dia bisa nyambung kemana aja iniannya. Lupa lagi nggak terbang tadi pas. Paling enak lagi dibarengin sama Kazuha. Kumpulin dulu.
以断罪之名，前来重击。日夜换剑。
Gila, sakit banget. Bisa coba raukan. Coba raukan. Nih. Oh. Beda. ...138 serangan terkuatnya, wow, dari sini justru. Dan si line up. Bener loh tipe itu.
遅くなってすまん。
kaget gue.
帰ってから旦那様と奥様を、お嬢様はただ機嫌が悪くて港口で座ってたらなんて信じさせるのに一苦労だったぜ。でもありがとな。
Suami Dehya bersama mereka
お
semua
嬢様
semua
が
ini
こんな
demi
に走
Dehya.
るんだの久しぶりだ。
Ayo nabung lagi Dehyanya.
今日お嬢様はとっくに家に連れ戻されてただろう。
リシア、お前、初めて現れた時は荒っぽかったけど、ドニアザードのことをすごく大事に思ってるんだな。
Nahida aja.
私はボディーガードだぜ。それにお嬢様は金を払って私を雇ったんだから、これはプロ
Buat eksplorasi juga enak pakainya. Gue lebih buat ke eksplorasi sih, enak buat terbang sana sini. Karena jarang gitu loh, belum ada yang gameplaynya kayak gitu.
この仕事は長くないだろうが、ちゃんとこなしたいんだ。世間話はここまでだ。レグザー町に行こう。
よし、
Mapnya sama-sama.
レグザー町に行こうぜ。
Perfect. Total reaksi. Cuma lari-lari biasa kan nih. Nothing special gitu. Dia yang kena.
拜托了，特利安巴，去吧！呀呸！进出，影随。
Impact啊，
等下有点痛啊。哎，可别眨眼！
nah ini apa nih?
长阵，
无处可逃。
进入吧。
记住你了。
Kepencet dong bang. Klik.
束手就擒吧。
来跳舞吧。
汉举，暑期降临，偿还罪业，裁决已至，该定罪了。
等下有点痛啊。可别眨眼。
Prajurit yang lain jaga pos perang lawan monster, ini malah prajurit monster malah main kartu. Ini malah pada main kartu anjir. Lagi viral kalau kata bahasa sekarang mah.
血影如剑，蔓延吧，
Lupa gue nggak ada healer ya.
无处可逃。可别眨眼。
扶牢的挣扎。无处可逃。
Lagi
别碰我！血影如剑，劲光如我，斩尽无杂。可别眨眼。飞吧，
Nggak, yang gue kocak mah ngeliat perbandingan ini, perbedaan prajurit Snesnaya sama Mondstadt. Kan ada tuh prajurit yang gemuk tuh, yang gendut di Mondstadt. Dibandingin sama si yang gendutnya masih ini siapa? Cryo Gunner. One Love. Kocak banget ngeliat-ngeliat ini aja. Si. 哎，
想躲到哪儿去？
可别眨眼。
可恶，后会有期。
Sebenarnya gangguan lain akan jadi lebih kuat dalam ujian ini. Jadi mendingan nggak usah diambil dong. Kalau makin susah mah. Ini kan sangar-sangar, lihat aja Snesnaya fatui-fatui itu. Dibandingin sama mililit sama prajurit monster. nggak imbang, apalagi yang anemo tuh, aduh ngeselin banget tuh yang nyedot. Lupa gue. Gila aja Farka bawa semua prajurit. Nggak balik-balik ekspedisi, lama banget. Dari pertama ini anjir. Bennett aja udah berapa kali ekspedisi tuh nyari batu. Gini sih coba. Gue baru ingat sekarang itu akhir semester ya, misalnya ya udah mau masuk liburan dan udah beres ujian, kayaknya rata-rata orang-orang anak-anak tuh rame banget ini di luar, bocah-bocah main. Besok 60 kayak 60 CP20 CP80. Sorry beda nih kayaknya nih, langsung barengan. CP80 doang, biasa kan 420 ya setiap sekali ada event gini tuh. Ih, udah mau cepet 70. 70 di sini ada berapa? Sini ada 60. Udah ada CP 80, tinggal E-nya yang mana? Gue belum semuanya diambil lagi nih, apalagi resin, duit, masak, forge. Perabotan gue belum, sertifikat gue belum. Ekspedisinya itu kan dia ketemu sama si ini kan, siapa? Kapitano itu kan, si Captain. Tuh, ini udah balik ekspedisi. Batu ya terus. Batu nggak ada lagi apa ya? Balik, oke. Betul itu ternyata tergoda sama hal hitam kagak? Iya, dia mau ngepul juga. Yang aneh malah Ayato dia nggak mau ngepul. Nanti aja al hitam dulu katanya, lah dia lebih tertarik sama al hitam. Padahal menurut gue mendingan Ayato. Kalau gue ya maksudnya ngelihatnya mending Ayato. Nggak tahu sih, tapi kan hal itu belum ketahuan ya gameplaynya kayak gimana. Cuma kalau by desain gue lebih suka Ayato sih. Ini anjir ada. Waktu itu gue disebutin sama kakak gue ini apa? Peta ya. Pemuja tete hal hitam aja kata gue. Ada aja. Center Light bannernya itu hal hitam sama Yoyo udah dikonfirm ya. Tapi tahu sisanya siapa? Di Lantern Right itu. Yang pendampingnya maksudnya si yang lainnya, B5 lainnya. Gue juga tadi sempat lihat di Genshinnya langsung atau katanya mau dapat 800 primo nih nanti, kita nggak tahu kapan menang nominasi TGA. Biasanya kemungkinan Mami Dehia. Dia kayaknya tapi kayaknya kagak mungkin di satu versi barengan nggak sih? Karakter baru kayaknya beda versi. Kayaknya ya nggak tahu tapi gua. Tanggal 10 sampai 13 dapat 800 primo. Besok. Ini menang TGA kan? Kalau yang kemarin kan yang 200 itu kan menang PlayStation. Ingat, Nemo dan Saino selisih berapa hari bannernya? Iya sih. Emang iya ya. Di versi yang sama itu ya dia ya? Gue mau lihat ya. Gue lupa, gue karena nggak ngepull ya, gue nggak nge gitu. Oh iya, satu versi ya. Gue nggak nge, serius gue nggak nge loh versi 31 Kak. Karena gue nggak buka bener-bener nggak buka ginian nih gue nih, gue nggak mau ngeliat ginian, nggak mau ngeliat banner gue. Ya bisa jadi sih kalau misalkan emang ini memungkinkan. Tapi kayak jahatnya masa kagak ada karakter rerun. Buat karakter yang lainnya kan banyak yang belum rerun lagi. Telur enak banget. Jahat tuh kayak first gitu. Iya, giliran kagak nyari dapet anjir, kok gue gitu ya, giliran nggak nyari dikasih loh. Masa nanti nanti di fase 2 gue masih bilang gue nyari bintang 4 nya aja, gue nggak nyari bintang ini baru dapet, masa kan kayak gitu aneh ya. Lalu itu beneran ngepull 10 ya itu 2 kali ngepull keluar ya, gue APC 1 itu yang pertama 10 kali ya. Nah yang kedua itu 1 kali satu gitu gue ngepullnya. Gue ngincer Laila gitu, gue cari Laila mana keluar gitu, nongol dia. berubah.
叫你跟着。
Ini kemarin 10 kali full. Ini pas gue di Twitch nih, gue nggak di YouTube ini nge-stream ini. Dapat 10-nya. Benar-benar gue beres main TGC. TGC nggak sih waktu itu gue main tuh. Pokoknya beres mau main, full dulu 10, pengen dapat Faruzan, dapat nggak nih? Karena sebelumnya gue dapatnya senjata kan. Empatnya kan, jadi kayak pasti dapat karakter nih. Mas meteor jatuhnya. Jadi kayak hadiah primo gratis semacam umpan biar mereka pakai case bannernya.
没叫你跟着。
Tapi aku tidak akan memakai itu, aku sudah dapat ini. Barengan Leo Faruzan. Ditis emang kayak gitu sih marketingnya. Jadi kayak udah dirasa tanggung nih, misalkan orang udah PT 80, aduh banget kemarin dapat primo cuma sampai 80 full, top up aja. Nah kayak gitu kan biasa rata-rata ada orang kayak gitu.
叫你跟着。
Ya cewek pada ngamuk karena beneran berapa namanya. Nah kakak gue ini nggak ngepull nih dia nih. Dia bukan tipikal
真慢。
modelan yang kayak Wanderer, Xiao sukanya, enggak dia. Dia namanya kayak Zhongli, kayak Hitam, kayak Toma, kayak Cilde yang tinggi-tinggi. Dia bocah-bocah agak demen dia. Kemarin bilang karakter cowok kurang, pas dikasih banyak langsung kamu terlanjur ke Pulau Wanderer. Makanlah itu, selamat. Gue mau kayak gini aja, kalau rezeki dikasih dapet kayak gini ya syukur, kalau nggak dapet ya udah. Kalau di fase 2 dapet tuh, kalau di fase 2 nanti nggak dapet ya parah. Iya, Ikemen dia bang, Ikemen bang.
俯瞰凡尘，
Tapi yang gue bingung kenapa Ayato dia nggak mau ngepull ya? Apa karena pin al hitam? Itu nggak apa, kalau ada primonya banyak mau dia juga. Tapi dia sebel juga ngeliat gue dapet berapa kali ya, gue dapet Yae, dapet ini nih. Sebel dia, kok bisa dapat berapa kali pull doang, giliran kemarin dia ngepull Nahida itu sampai 150 habis, sama kayak gua ngabisin di Zhongli. Parah banget. Tapi di Zhongli tuh si kakak gua oke, berapa kali menang. Nggak hard gitu maksudnya. Dia udah cewek berapa, cewek? Dia yang cewek tapi dia dapetnya nge-C2-in gak dapet, dia mau nge-C2-in gak dapet ya. Kalah, nah kalahnya itu di keep sama dia buat Nahida. Kurang Ikemen ayat tuh. Ini gue balik penasarannya sama temennya Al Hitam kayaknya tuh yang ini. Cafe. Biar gue tebak ntar party teteh bakal bilang dia Al Hitam dan doi Kemes. Oh tapi dia suka Kazuha tapinya Kazuha ya. Boncelnya gitu. Di looknya dia bagus tuh, ininya apa namanya, crimsonnya. Si WGS ya sakit banget tuh. tapi nggak pernah dipakai karena ini yang dipakainya Zhongli lagi yang disakitinnya ini aja yang dibuat sakit
玫瑰花，
si Abah. Lagi on ya. Dia main di HP ngelag dia. Yang dia ada itu Ayato. Nah itu enggak dia, itu enggak. Itu Ayato enggak tahu kenapa, enggak ngerti gue. Itu enggak albedo enggak, kayak enggak ada kepengen kayak ngepul gitu. Iya tuh. Yuk kita penasaran storynya kayak gimana.
可是按照你的意见，这个故事就变成悬疑剧了呀。我要写的是
Ini
论文，
masih pakai bahasa
论文懂吗？讲求严谨。
那按你的说法，想要追求严谨，从一开始就不该选踏被杀疑云作为选题对象吧？没法定论的是，你最多只能写个考据文出来。
哎呀，课题的确是我从老师那里继承的，没错。可这些故事本来就很引人遐想吧？奇怪的地区，不为人知的细节，神秘人。我不就是因为好奇才想写相关论文，才为了这一目的找上你的吗？泽田老师。
亚卡巴先生，
Awada
请我来帮忙，就更该参考我的意见呀。
Sakinah mawaddah warohmah.
小说的核心，这是没办法的事。
那
两个人是不是提到了他被杀？可那不是盗窃的地名。须弥人研究盗窃的神秘事件，还为这个写论文。正好听听他们说的那个他被杀。
Arasuna. Jadi
太萌在哦，这样的声音大小合适吗？听得见吗？
Alright, I guess I'll go with my textual criticism and your editorial direction for the first draft. I have a feeling that the missing Kabuki Mono will end up being the main focus of this. If only we knew where to find that traveler. From what they say about her, this seems like the kind of thing she'd know about.
Oh, you're the traveler, you say?
Hey, what's with that face? Don't believe us?
No, of course I believe you. Actually, I first heard about your great exploits when I was still in Inazuma. This is my first time coming face to face with you and your mysterious silver-haired companion. I couldn't believe my luck, and out of force of habit, I started, examining the evidence. Sorry.
So what? For the love of... Sorry, we don't get out much, so our social skills are kind of lacking. Traveler, I hear you've helped many people a great deal and been to many places.
Actually, we don't know much about that place either. In fact, we only came over.
I see. My teacher chose this area of research as a personal challenge. He said it's difficult to get into because even Inazumans don't know much about Tatarasuna's...
If you don't mind, I'd love to show you...
hold on, Sawada. Don't you think that's a bit of a deep dive or a...
Well, fair point. In that case, please ease yourselves in gently by taking a look at Akaba's latest essay draft.
Let me give you some background. This all started with the discovery of some records in Tatarasuna. But in the end, he threw it into a fire to destroy it, and killed, apart from the swordmaker, his servant, and the one who wrote this all down. The records also mention a kabuki mono. This seems to be an Inazuman word for an...
That's right. Akaba's teacher has spent quite some time researching these events on the ground. This kabuki mono lived in Tatarasuna for a while before disappearing without a trace. And shortly afterwards...
So first a strange person goes missing, then a murder happens?
Yes, my thoughts exactly. So I helped out too. I asked everyone I could think of if they knew anything about what happened back then. And wow, did I get lucky!
Stop shouting!
This part's important. I just wanted to make it stand out. It just so happens that a friend of mine works at the Government Records Office. He looked into it for me, and I can now confirm that all the aforementioned individuals did, in fact, live in Inazuma over 400 years ago. Even back then, Tatarasuna was already at the center of Inazuma's smelting industry. The man in charge was a government official named Niwa. Curiously enough, it seems like he went missing too.
Wait, so there are two missing people in this story now?
That's right! What's more, Niwa is a name with a lot of history to it. Have you ever heard of the great swordsmith clans of Inazuma?
Oh, the swordsmiths? Yeah, like Ishin art and so on?
Wow, yes. You really know your stuff. That makes things easier. So basically, this Niwa was a distant relative of the Kaidahara clan, the last practitioners of Ishin art. Something then seems to have happened in the Kaidahara clan, leading to their downfall. I don't know the...
Kaidahara clan?
Sawada, you left out the big...
Oh, yes! Of course! How could I forget? Brace your minds, ladies and gents, for they are about to be blown. Or maybe you won't believe your ears. I wouldn't blame you, of course, because
Get to the point, for Pete's...
according to information acquired by Akaba's teacher, the kabuki mono was not a human, but a puppet.
A puppet?
Aha! Judging by the looks on your...
No! Paimon just meant...
I agree, it does. But considering that non-human races in Inazuma are by no means uncommon, spooky events...
Waduh, panjang.
Oh, and please read my essay.
Hai. Đây là các biến. Cantik dan badannya lembut.
Sawada was encouraging me to follow his more creative approach, but I think essays should be grounded in... Oh! How about if I plug the holes in Sawada's narrative with political intrigue? Like...
Wait! You're allowed to just make stuff up? Pretty sure you've gone from essay to guessay there.
Akaba, look. Your teacher has researched this extensively. I've reached out to everyone I could think of. Whatever information we have... Besides, if there really was a political power struggle going on at anything like the level you seem to be...
good point. Okay, back to the...
We have some other stuff to do, so we'll have to say goodbye.
All right, thank you.
Hey, so that thing they were talking about, yes, okay. Then, even if we did know something about it, we probably couldn't share it with... After all, we kicked his butt and got him locked up. Information about people like that is usually super... If you ask Paimon, Akaba should just pick a different topic. There must be as many... Hey, did you see that? He literally just went by, over there. It looked like... The Balladeer! No, it can't have been. He got locked up. Oh, quick, let's catch up and see.
Swan Fury.
Ya, tanyakan lama dia nanya.
Too slow.
Udah balik. Malam gitu. Nahida.
Traveler, Paimon, there you are. Nahida, bad news. We just saw the Balladeer strolling around and did he escape or...
Sure enough, you're here.
Hey! What are you doing in the sanctuary of Surasthana? I know you must have a lot of questions. Please, allow me to explain. It was my idea to set the Balladeer free. We made a deal, and he's gonna do some investigation in Irminsul for me. A deal? You sure you trust this guy?
What did you expect? Why do you think Sumeru would keep me around otherwise? Or maybe killing me is all you can think about. But if that's the case, why haven't you done it already?
Don't flatter yourself. At least... Nahida said there's still some mysteries in you to...
Ah, so if it were up to you, you'd finish the job? Guess I had you all wrong. There I was thinking you were just getting cold feet.
Well, that escalated quickly. Not a good start. Could I ask you all to please calm down? But Paimon's worried about you, Nahida. Don't let him trick you.
It's not every day you see people questioning the God of Wisdom's judgment. Just when you think you've seen it all.
Don't you dare try to drive a wedge between us! As long as the terms are reasonable, I don't think there's a problem in making a deal. Even with the Balladeer.
Well, I for one have no reason to doubt you, considering you even struck a deal with the doctor.
Yes, one in which I gained valuable information. I'll come to understand more about that in the fullness
Wala
of
jadi
time.
ini dong. Jadi spill dong nih kalau belum ada yang belum kerjain.
The Balladeer's power was all but completely spent after your battle. He's no longer strong enough to be a strategic threat to us. That puts him in quite a precarious position. Plus, he's a former Harbinger with knowledge of many of the Fatui's sensitive secrets. Being stuck here in Sumeru could make him a sitting duck, depending on how the Fatui plan to respond. Wait a second. Farmer? You mean he's not a Harbinger anymore? I take no pleasure in saying this, but it seems as if the doctor had no intention of welcoming back a loser, so...
Sometimes it's you using them, other times it's them using you. Most human relationships are this way. Certainly all the stable ones are. That's how it was between me and the Fatui. And also between each of the Harbingers.
Pantes pas di meeting apa sih yang kemarin si pengobrol Signora ya kagak ada dia ya.
So as long as you have some value to offer, nobody will ever abandon you. But after recent events, even I have to admit that I'm not worth quite what I used to be. Well, if the Fatui are gonna reevaluate my utility, I need to have a backup plan for myself.
As we discussed, I don't like causing harm to living beings, and you said you need protection. So, why not join forces with us?
I think these two have made their objection to that idea fairly clear, don't you? And they're your friends, so I guess you'll be side-
Yeah, obviously! Then let's put that discussion to the side for now. At least today can be a trial run. Where we go from here will depend on how well...
Alright, then I'll do what we agreed.
Good. Go now, and keep in touch. Nahida, are you... Yes. I have my reasons for this decision. In fact, I'm largely doing it for your benefit. Yes. As I told you once before, there's information about your twin in Irminsul. Oh, yeah. Actually, that's the whole reason we came to see you today. So, you have an update on that? Mm-hmm. You may remember me mentioning that the Fatui had not included your twin's details in the Descender category. This is an extremely important point. It's possible that the Fatui have other information that even I don't know about. And since the Balladeer he was granted the power to connect with Irminsul when he almost became the god of a new era. Even though he no longer has the Gnosis, the amount of information in Irminsul is vast beyond description. Sifting through all of it without knowing, so I asked the Balladeer to search in Irminsul for any information about the Descenders. He's more familiar with this kind of information, and... Exactly! Or what if... I understand. But sometimes, how things will go in the future depends on what information he brings back. Our minds have connected several times before. There's a corner of your heart reserved for an intense longing. As Sumeru's deity, it is my responsibility to be on guard against the Balladeer. But as someone who counts you as a friend, I want to do something for you. If this deal with the Balladeer can give you the answers you've been longing to find, then it's my pleasure, really. You're I'm still worried. I was going to contact you about that, but then you suddenly showed up on your own accord. It seems like we have a telepathic connection. In fact, I was going to ask you to even though he only has a fraction of his full power left, that's still a fraction of a former Harbinger. Of course, I'll be there to help guide you through Irminsul from the outside. Great. Prepare yourselves. Wow. It looks pretty different here compared to last time. The colors are gentler. Guess that must be because Sumeru's at peace now.
Look at that. Hot on my heels. You know, you didn't have to cut your catch-up short just to keep me company. Oh, but I guess you panicked when you realized that I might...
Shut your beak, Jailbird! No way a prisoner gets to be so smug!
I understand that prisoners have to put up with harassment from the guards. But right now, I'm on temporary release. So maybe you should think about backing off a little.
Sounds like a successful rendezvous. I need to be quite clear about something. In a few moments, you'll be entering into the innermost region unlike anywhere else. Irminsul's inner region consists exclusively of torrents of information. I know there are many grievances between you, on both sides, but it is essential that you remain calm after entry. This is as much... Fine, let's call it truce.
Let's cut each other a little slack, shall we? We, per my agreement with Lesser Lord Kusanali, I'll be at the front. It's my job to lead the way and get rid of any obstacles in our path. All you have to do is keep your pretty eyes open and try not to fall behind.
You sure are confident. Paimon will give you that. You make it sound like you're even more experienced at adventuring than us.
If there are no further objections, I suggest we get going. Or did you need some time to mentally prepare yourselves?
Ew! Oof. The snark on this guy. It's unbearable.
We can start now.
Irminsul access granted. Is this a small sapling? Oh, darn it! Come on, let's catch up with him.
Waduh, hujan.
Wow. So this is the Ooh. Paimon's never seen anything like this.
Irminsul is closely intertwined with the entirety of Teyvat. Every bit of information flowing here means something. Pick your jaws up off the floor. It's time to go.
Why is it that Paimon just wants to do the opposite of everything he says?
Lesser Lord Kusanali, we will now proceed to the heart of Irminsul.
Can you still sense where the heart of Irminsul is?
Yes. Permission to begin searching for information there?
Permission granted. Go ahead.
Let's go. Stay close. Don't go running off.
Hey, so... say we did go...
I was just imagining the look on your travel companion's face if you went and got lost. Anything's possible in here. You can't rule anything out. So if you want to stay safe...
These sapling things have spread out.
Those are all packets of information from inside Irminsul. Be careful not to touch them.
It looks the same in every direction. No wonder he mentioned about getting lost. Huh. What do you know? He was actually telling the truth. Is he mocking me again? What is it this time?
There's a time and a place to lie, but this definitely isn't it. So why don't you relax your guard a little? We're here.
What a huge tree!
Lesser Lord Kusanali,
Good, you made it.
ready when you are.
Then please begin. Preparing to access cognitive currents. The Balladier's actually doing what Nahida tells him. Guess he must want to stay alive. The rest is up to you. If you discover anything at all...
Will do.
Huh. For once, we're the one... Traveler, Paimon, would you like to talk? Yes, I've also invited Paimon... Huh? What the... We can talk to each other inside our heads? That's part of it. Plus, we're all friends. Paimon's never tried this before. This is great! So, Paimon's been wanting to ask you something. Don't you think the Balladier's a bit of a walking contradiction? He's always talking back, but he's... told you before, there are still some mysteries for him to resolve. Things that are clear as day to me, but that he has yet to understand. Perhaps today will be the day that he finds. Well done. Smart in it. So, you made contact with that part of his mind. Well, it's true. Betrayal turned the Balladeer into the person he is today. Huh. Paimon thought nothing could get under that guy's skin. Turns out, he can get hurt and angry just like anyone else. Everyone has a history.
Panjang nggak sih nih?
Even if you're a puppet created by the Electro Archon. Speaking of puppets, we ran into two people at the Academia today talking about an. If you mean the mysterious events, the Kabuki Mono and so on, yes. Really? Because from what they were saying, it sounded like lots of Tatara Suna's history is still unexplained. And Oh? How interesting. Those two managed to deduce quite a lot through guesswork alone. So the guessing got it right? Well, they guessed right about one thing. Tatara Suna was sabotaged.
Must be a riveting conversation you three are having. Funny how all the good ones happen when I'm not involved.
What makes you think we're...
Don't insult me. You're having a private conversation without me. Obviously, I must be the topic of said conversation. Of course you do. You can't have your prisoner knowing too much.
So,
Still looking. Don't get your hopes up, though. You and your twin come from outside this world. It wouldn't surprise me if there was nothing on either of you in Irminsul at all.
Wait! How did you know about that? Didn't Nahida tell you?
It's not like we've never met before. And anyway, you're world famous. It'd be more surprising if I didn't know a few things about you. Right now, we have to keep the peace. I'm not interested in creating more misery for myself. And making cordial conversation is something I can manage. Huh?
This light. It looks simple.
Anonymous data.
Hey! Don't you forget the agreement! You have to share it with...
Shh. Just wait.
Mr. Niwa, are you certain this is worth the risk? We are talking about Tatara Suna's furnace, after all. It may not pay to act rashly.
There's no one else who can enter the furnace. It has to be me.
Is that so? Well, since you...
It's...
Whoa!
I have been in Tatara Suna for some time now. You have shown me great hospitality, as has Mikoshi Nagamasa, and indeed, everyone else. Under your leadership, Tatara Suna is a warm, welcoming place, like a giant village. People are gainfully employed, their lives have purpose, they are motivated. As I understand, the Raiden Shogun has, in recent years, eliminated much of the evil that plagued Inazuma. As for Tatara Suna, it was originally established as a means of safely disposing crystal marrow. The forging industry with crystal marrow as a raw material has since flourished, giving rise to generations of skills, blood, dreams. Every smith brought into this trade looks to find their purpose between steel and blade. That is why you accepted the proposal, bruh.
Yes, well, were it not for you coming to Inazuma and happening to make Akame's acquaintance, the two of you never would have joined forces. And he would be the first to admit that you allowed Akame to take all the credit for a method that you jointly developed. He sold it to me, and now every piece of ore here is smelted using the new technique. Even now, you remain one of Tatara Suna's key consultants, working right here alongside us. I believe it is use.
You flatter me. From the outset, I saw much that was commendable in the forging industry of Inazuma, and it has been my great honor to befriend you all.
So you say, Escher. But is this really the truth?
My good sir.
I tried to resist thinking it was all connected, because I didn't want to speculate. What have we gained from adopting your new technology? Ominous black smoke? Mounting production problems? And recently, as you well know, someone died because of that strange filth inside the furnace. We've kept the truth from spreading outside. None of the people who went out to get help have come back. Now, our mutual friend, the Kabuki Mono, is taking the Golden Feather to Narukami Island to seek an audience with Shogun. This is our last hope. But that doesn't faze you, does it, Escher? Nothing does. Otherwise, why would you still be...
I'm just surprised that you finally chose to be so sincere. I'm sure you've been harboring these suspicions for quite some time.
Oh iya, gambarnya yang fresh ya? Hujan sini.
Mikoshi Nagamasa may have noticed that there was one common denominator among all these events. Namely you, Escher.
Bentar deh.
But
Makanya
Mr.
mesti gua
Mikoshi is more
matiin dulu.
cautious than I. He does things by the book.
After all, Nagamasa is the adopted son of Mikoshi Torachiyo, the yokai struck down by the shogun's own hand. If he truly seeks to redeem his family's honor, an abundant... Why, Mr. Niwa, are you
Enough, Escher. I'm here because an evil force is raging inside the furnace. And someone needs to take your new I'm in charge here. And
Judging from the look in your eyes, you...
Drop the act! We're past that now. Whoever... I just want to know what you're still doing here. What's left? Don't you have all your answers by now?
Honestly, I'm just waiting for the right moment.
Ya, dibunuh dong.
A moment like this, where you finish talking and I stop you from entering the furnace.
You...
You're a little smarter than I thought. I'd disguise myself exceptionally well. At least for the first few days. But to it's a long journey from Inazuma to Fontaine, but that didn't stop them. Eventually and yet, despite all of that, you still fail to realize my true identity. And what
If you kill me, there's no one who can get inside the furnace.
Oh, but you're
Ini lagi ini, bentar.
There is one other person.
Internetnya.
Some may not see him as a person, but you told him yourself. You're not a puppet. You're a human. You're just missing a heart.
Bentar.
Whoever you're working. It's no trouble at all.
Pas banget lagi story lagi ini lagi.
If you must know, I'm the Fatui just to create a minor inconvenience.
That's it. That's why you gave us.
Look how even the righteous soul my device functions.
Gua lanjut ini hujannya deras banget di sini. Gua lanjut ntar aja deh ntar.
Make no mistake.
Dimatiin dulu ini.
If you give him, he has nothing to prove.
What a beautiful way to see the world. It almost makes me feel a little guilty. Think of me as a monster or a demon, if you wish. At least this way your death is... I say, Mr. Niwa, let's see what happens. Will your puppet friend become a human? No, that will prove quite impossible. Mr. Niwa. Jester, I have completed the task you gave me. Creating a gap and infiltrating Inazuma's inner workings. What fun it was. I'd like to introduce a puppet to you. If he proves useful, let's make him our newest comrade. And if not, let's turn him to...
Hey,
Dottore. Good.
was that the doctor? Did he turn into a mechanic from Fontaine? But why did we see things from him?
When I touched the doctor to confirm whether he'd eliminated all his segments, I read this memory in his mind. You have to admit, it must be the truth.
Maybe so, but it means nothing.
Does it? But this memory shows that Niwa didn't betray you. He never... You know very well what that means. Even when...
Let's give him some space. He looks really mad.
We need to give him some time to process his emotions.
I'm still confused about the Tatarasuna incident. So, the doctor what?
Nobody has ever deceived you like that, Paimon. It's natural that you find it difficult to understand. So now you have the complete picture. Katsuragi took the Kabuki Mono to live with the people of Tatarasuna. Later, the doctor showed up, disguised as a mechanic from Fontaine. And that's when the trouble began. It was all a horrific experiment planned by the doctor. Everything he did was just to plant seeds of disaster in Inazuka. Of all the unwitting participants in the doctor's experiment, the balladeer became the main test subject. After the events you just saw in that memory, the doctor put Niwa's heart into the device and handed it to the balladeer. Then, he instructed him to enter the furnace and absorb all the filth caused by the smelting process. The load was far beyond what he expected, but the balladeer survived. He left the furnace in sheer exhaustion and said to the mechanic, "This device seems to have protected me." The mechanic answered, "Niwa fled this place for fear of punishment, but he left you a gift. He said it's the one thing that you've been looking for." He took it straight from the chest of one of his innocent servants. The mechanic removed the withered heart from the device as he spoke. Deer was stunned that such unthinkable cruelty had brought him the thing he'd been longing for his entire life. A heart acquired through cold-blooded murder is a cursed thing, but it has protected him from the filth. He thought Niwa had completely betrayed him, and yet this very betrayal had ensured his survival. Overwhelmed with anger and sorrow, the balladeer threw the heart to the ground and left Tatarasuna without looking back.
Holy moly. So the doctor killed an innocent man and pinned everything on the victim? That's terrible.
Yes. Only if he understands this can he choose a new path forward.
Dottore, you brazen-faced... Niwa didn't run from justice. You killed him.
Shall we see how he's doing?